There will be joy. It's not just a cliche saying, a hope, or an affirmation, but a declaration to speak and believe over your situation and your life. It's a promise from above, reminding us that joy is ours for the finding. Joy is there if we choose to seek it. Because, friend, it's not just a fuzzy feeling, and it doesn't just happen. It's cultivated in the dark places of life. Just as the sun rises each new day, joy coexists amidst every battle and heartache, and it is a choice. In every season of life, I believe that joy can be found if you've got the right tools and you know how to live with intention and purpose, with your heart set on things above and beyond what you're living in your present circumstances. My goal in this podcast is to be your guide in the pursuit of joy, to inspire you, equip you, and empower you to find it in every season, no matter how bitter or how sweet. Remember that if it ain't good, He's not finished. Keep seeking. I promise you, nothing will be wasted. Hi, I'm your host, Lauren Alonso of There Will Be Joy. I'm a wife and mom of 4 and counting. I've been sharing stories of my life online for as long as I can remember through our blog. And now, after 14 years of blogging, just writing my heart out, I am thrilled to finally bring my voice to a new platform. All right, so let's dig in and I'll tell you how this came to be. About 7 years ago, I stumbled across a podcast that just made me feel good. I found myself looking forward to each new episode like I was catching up with an old friend. It was in those moments I knew that one day I wanted to host my own podcast, a space where I could share stories, connect with others, and inspire joy. But I had no idea where to start, and I knew I'd have to wait for the right season of life. Then, one night, I woke up with a list of titles for stories that had happened to me years ago. Some were funny, some were terrifying, and others, well, they're interesting. I've always had a knack for finding the silver lining and humor in any story, especially my own. When I've talked with my business coach, we played with the idea of turning these stories into a devotional email series because people love listening to my perspective when I've led Bible studies and read devotionals on Facebook Live. But something didn't quite fit. And then it hit me. One night at 3 a.m., I woke up to a familiar nudge from the Lord, not in an audible voice, but in a way He speaks to my heart. So clearly, I knew exactly what He meant. That list of titles, those were my podcast episodes. And in that moment, I realized I was ready to start this journey. A 7-year dream in the making, friend. Over the years, my mission has been to inspire, equip, and empower others to find joy in every season. So just like that, this podcast, There Will Be Joy, well, it was inevitable that that was the name. In future episodes, you can expect a combination of practical tips for joyful living, like how to cultivate joy in every season, personal stories of how I have found joy in really dark places, and also stories of how others are finding joy in their most challenging moments of life as well. I want you to feel encouraged, like you've just been over to my house, cozied up on my couch, chatting for hours. I want it to feel like we've been friends forever, and you can trust me because I've got the receipts of a tough life to prove that you can find joy too, right where you are. There is hope, my friend, and my prayer is that you leave each episode feeling empowered to find joy no matter what season you're in. Now, I would love to connect with you even more deeply through our community. So I am excited that we are actually going to be launching a Patreon hub, okay? So if you don't have Patreon, head on over there, download it. I'm so excited. Look for us. We are so excited because I just can't wait to gather with our listeners, share stories with you, pray for you and each other, and find inspiration together in every season of life. My hope is that this becomes more than a podcast, that it becomes a space where we lift up each other and we find joy together. All right, so a little bit more about kind of my theory, what I'm working with here. So throughout this journey, I'll share personal stories of joy that came up from my own experiences through life and difficulty and hardship, but also I'm going to share a Christian perspective. That Bible verse that states in Psalm 35, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning, has always resonated with me. And it's a reminder that no matter how dark the night may seem, joy is always on the horizon. So whether you're navigating grief, feeling lost in chaos, or celebrating life's sweetest moments, this podcast It's for you. Together, we'll explore what it's meant to live with intention, to create a family and a life that reflects joy in every season. I cannot wait to share this journey with you. All right, friend, you have just finished the very first episode of There Will Be Joy. So I challenge you, find a friend, share this episode with them, give them a big hug from me, and remember, keep spreading joy.